Okay. Okay, so about an hour ago, maybe less, maybe more, I decided to be like, you know what, let's get Tumblr. Because I literally never use social media. And it's like, might as well have one that I may or may not use. Solely for, like, comic dubs and, incorrect quotes. Yeah. So guess who has a plethora of new-ish comics? Or at least comics I haven't really seen before, and I definitely haven't done before, so, I tried to avoid any with curse words, but since it's Hamilton, that's kind of hard, because obviously, but, yeah, quick warnings, because I have a good feeling that I'm going to end up forgetting to put this in the description. Nothing belongs to me unless I say otherwise. Which I doubt I will say otherwise, because I can't make comics to save my life. I used to make some comics, but that was mostly on paper, and I was like when I was 12. So, yeah. But, like, unless I say otherwise, nothing belongs to me, except for my voice. Like, the characters, the comics, nothing belongs to me. Except for my voice. Yeah, boring. Let's get into it. Also, if you hear noises in the background, that's most likely my neighbors being annoying. I'm so sorry. But I can only record it in my room, like, on my bed, which is, like, right at the corner. That just so happens to be the corner where her and my neighbors like to be the noisiest. So it's like, Anyways. Also, I cannot make a British accent, so. Fine. Have your independence. I'm bored with being an absolute ruler, anyways. Ta-ta! Say hi to Washington for me. Can we just appreciate, hey, Gigi for a minute? Sorry. Like, also, if you're not aware, I kind of call King George Gigi. I don't know why, but I do. I guess it's just, like, a unique little nickname I have for all of them, I guess. Except for Eager. Like, Eager is just Eager. but I typically like to, like, tell the three Georges apart. So, for Washington, it's either Washington or Washingdad, or occasionally a washing machine, but it's usually Washingdad. And for George, it's either KG or GG for me. And Eager is just Eager. Okay. Eliza, help. What is it? Our son looks like my dead boyfriend. It's freaking me out, Eliza. Yesterday, I was reading Hamilton one-shots, which is a rarity for me. And one of them was, it was mostly just slams anyways, but one of them was where Philip is, like, 14, and he was, like, getting ready for school, and, like, he put his hair up in a ponytail, and, he looked exactly like Lawrence. Which, of course, Alex, being Alex, freaked out because his son looks like his dead boyfriend. Or in the fanfic, or in the one-shot, it was like a polygamy relationship. A lot of the one-shots, a lot of the one-shots were related to, like, polygamous relationships, which, if you don't know what that means, it means being in a relationship with more than one person. And yes, I know that there's a thing called cheating, but I mean, like, okay, how do I explain this? That it's more commonly found in, like, poor countries. I don't really know how to explain this without making it sound awful. But, anyways. But, so I'm just gonna avoid that. Because I don't really know how to explain it. But in the one shot, Eliza was explaining to Philip why Alex freaked out, and Philip was like, "Why do I look so much like Orange?" And Eliza was like, I think the affairs of what happened on our wedding night is best kept secret." Which basically means that Lauren said yes to the threesome and knocked up Eliza, basically, is what it was implying. I'm 90% sure. Anyways. I couldn't find I really want to read the entire comic from this artist. Like, the entire, like, comic, series, I suppose. But I can only find, like, so much at a time, and it's just, like, and it's always out of order, and it just sucks. So, anyways. Well, if I'll take a shower, you can gladly keep me company. You sure you can't do this alone? Nuh-uh. And then I ask myself, why am I single again? Well, you wouldn't be single if you weren't that oblivious. What? Nothing. Alex is me. Like, also unrelated, but can we just appreciate Herc's hair for a second? Like, look at it. I want to pet it. Like, yeah, sure, Love's hair is great and all, but I want to pet Herc's hair. I never see his hair like that. I want to pet it. Is that weird? Probably. I'm warning you, Thomas. You have no idea what I'm capable of. Do not take it personally, but I feel like I'm being threatened by a little kitten. What are you referring to? A little kitten? It's not I can't really say it because my grandpa is home, and if I yell too loudly, I'll get in trouble. Because our walls are super thin, apparently. Take me seriously. You're almost tall enough to be taken seriously. The fact that... Okay, there's multiple things that I love about this. One, the fact that Jefferson has to, like, bend down, and even then, like, to barely even get to Alex's height. So, like, that basically means that at most, Alex is about the goes to about Thomas's waist at most. Waist or hip. One, two. But also, look at the eyeshadow. What is wrong with me? His eyeshadow game is on point. Like, I don't wear makeup, but, like, seriously, though. Like, look at it. Look at it. Also, it took me forever to realize that those are not his eyes. Like, those lines under the eyeshadow are his eyes. Mr. Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton. Holy mac and cheese, he's so cute and small. Oh my god, I'm so gay. Again, look at him! He looks like a toddler! He's about the size of a toddler! Oh my god, he's so cute! I want to hug it. I want to hug him. Like, my 3-year-old sister is probably taller than him. Like, if she goes to my brother's hips and he's, like, 6 foot, and, like, he's 14 and he's, like, 6 foot, and my 3-year-old sister, like, goes to his hips, I believe, like, whenever they're, like, both standing, like, upright, and it's like, why is my 3-year-old sister almost as tall as me? If I'm where I'm, like, 5'5", 5'6", somewhere around that range. It's like, why? Why is my baby sister almost as tall as me? And it's, like, a 13-year difference as well. Like, what the heck? Jefferson and Hamilton find out about Jamilton. That's disgusting. I agree. Besides, everyone knows that I should be a semi. Is that what it's saying? I can't really read it. Yes, certain. What? Give me 3 good reasons. I'm cuter, I have nicer hair, and I have more fans than you. I beg to differ, my good sir. Oh, please, I'm twice as masculine as you. And I have 6 times more than you. You want the bet? Oh, I want the bet. My child at 8, be there. Don't worry, I'll be there. That didn't really make any sense. Ah, crap. Okay, I don't really want to... Okay, there's this fanfic in my library, in Wattpad. That's entirely based on this one specific AU. I mean, it's Jamilton, obviously. But the fanfic is based on this particular AU. And whenever I read it, I imagine this picture, and I imagine, like, whenever it comes to the mental image of whenever I'm reading, I imagine it in this style, and it's just adorable. How did you calm him down so fast? Magic. Look at Alex, oh my god, he's so cute! He's so cute! Look at him! I love this art style. Violet Madness and, what is this one? Bunny Yams? Why did I just say that so weirdly? Bunny Yams? Is that the name of this artist? Why am I talking so weird? I don't know why. If I got this artist completely wrong, my apologies. But this artist and Violet Madness are 2 of my favorites. Yeah. Yes. Comments, you didn't wake me up early again. You know we have guests we need. Quests we need to finish. This is Thomas. I love him more than anything. Well, you look too adorable and peaceful to wake up, so I decided to just let you be. That's what you said yesterday. He lets me sleep even though I tell him not to. Look at the art. Oh my god. Why is everyone so cool looking? Also, look at the cloak he's wearing. I would pay all my money to have you for a day. You only have $22 because you spent it all on mac and cheese. I also love this comic artist simply because they're so snarky in their comics, especially Jemmy, and I love it. Okay, who's going to be our next president? Well, Thomas, he can do it. Not you, you're not an option. You're so mean to me. See what I mean? Fight me. You're 5'3" and can't hurt anyone. But this is how angry you get. It's disappointing. You're disappointing. Me. would say that, I would say way more than Thomas for some stupid reason, like I'm fat. But I'm about the same height as him, maybe a little bit taller, maybe a little bit shorter. But we're about the same height. And like I'm a mixture of Jemmy and Alex. Because I'm a little angry ball of fire, and if you irritate me, I will like just ask my brother in 7th grade. Like, one time this girl decided to be a jerk to my brother specifically, not to me. Like we were okay friends until because she was like dating, you can't see it, but I'm doing air quotes. She was like dating my brother and in 7th grade for like a month maybe, and like she broke it off, and I was like, okay, whatever. You know, it's middle school, it's 7th grade, it wasn't gonna last forever anyways. But then she said, no, I think my brother broke it off. Because he didn't like her. And since we were just barely back in public school at that moment, and we didn't know anyone, and she got really mad at my brother for some reason, and like started spreading rumors and like started yelling at him and started being an overall jerk to him, and especially when we were waiting for our bus, since we have to take the same bus, and like she was yelling at him and like saying horrible things, like saying lies and crap, and my brother, he wasn't even like fighting back or anything. Like, he just sat there with his head down, just like trying to ignore it, but he couldn't, since like we didn't have anything to ignore her with. So he just sat down next to me with his head down and was just quiet, and I could feel and I could see how sad and how he was. And it eventually went to a point where I was bubbling over with anger at her, and legit, me and that girl, I know her name, but I'm not gonna say it for privacy reasons. Mostly because I'm pretty sure she still lives down the street, and and if she doesn't, that's great, really. But eventually it came to a point where her and I were literally having like basically a fight. Like, it was mostly a verbal fight that could have went into like a physical fight that could have like suspended both of us if two girls who were sitting at that table didn't stop and was like, if we wanted to, we could tell the teachers that you were both cursing each other out and like causing a ruckus, because we were practically causing a scene, especially like around the tables around us. And it was either we got suspended because she decided to be a jerk, her at my brother who did nothing wrong, or it's either her as a new kid who hasn't been in public school for about a month at that point, gets suspended for stupid reason, or I kept on like trying to avoid her anyway, as I possibly could. So I tried the second option, and of course, since we still had to take the same bus, it was kind of sort of difficult. At least until they had to separate the buses, because the bus would take to to a few streets and this big old apartment complex that's, like, down the street from us. And, like, there were so many kids that went to that one apartment complex that they had to separate the two buses. And she lived at that apartment complex, so she was at that bus that went to that apartment complex specifically. Which was great because then we didn't have to see her anymore. Like, ugh. She was a jerk. Oh my god, I hate her. There's only one thing worse than dying. Me. No. What? Alex? What was that for? I really like your freckles, honestly. I tried counting them. But I kinda lost count because your face was kinda a bit red. Oh my god, Alex, I love you so much. Alex, stop being so cute, oh my god. Wow, that song's great. Let's see which is the next one. Song title Reprise. 5 minutes later. Me after listening to Stay Alive Reprise after her Blow Us All Away. Like, you cannot do that to me, Hamilton. You cannot. You cannot. You cannot make me listen to a bright, upbeat song about how Philip being an absolute baby and then kill him right afterwards after such an upbeat song. How dare you? How dare you? Like, I feel like so happy and chipper, and now I feel like I want to die. Like, come on. How dare you, Hamilton? How dare you? By the way, this comic has French and Dutch in it, and I cannot speak either one. So if I end up mispronouncing both, don't be surprised. Especially the Dutch. Like, the French, I see it a lot. Especially this one phrase, je t'aime. I still don't know how to pronounce it. But basically, the French means I love you. I don't know what Dutch says, so if someone could translate. Ik ook bonjour. I cannot pronounce. I cannot speak French or Dutch, so I'm most likely to mispronounce all of that. I'm sorry. You learned Dutch for me? Of course. Even if it isn't only that phrase. It's still sweet of you. Perfect. And Hurricane Hamilton says I couldn't seem to die, and Burr says wait for it. Angelica is the only one who can rap like Hamilton because she is his intellectual equal and his soulmate, whereas Eliza is a beatboxer because she supports him. Hamilton and Burr are total opposites, but have become more like each other at the end, which ultimately kills them. My shot took Lin-Manuel Miranda. You're the right. Hamilton dies because he literally throws away his shot. Why are you making me think about this stuff now? No. John, where's Alexander? Doing stuff. Then where's Burr? Trying to stop Alexander from doing stuff. So where are Mulligan and Lafayette? Stopping Burr from stopping Alexander from doing stuff. If they're all doing that, why are you here and not with them? I have to keep you distracted so you can't stop Hercules and Lafayette from stopping Burr from stopping Alexander from doing stuff. Totally unrelated, but can we just appreciate Washington's face real quick? Like, come on, look at it. Look at his face. What the heck? Prepare for feels. If you've seen this comic before and you recognize it, prepare for feels. You know what? I don't think I ever did get you that drink. Don't worry. I won't spare you the free advice this time. It's not like you would ever listen anyways. For some context, this is like an headcanon of the artist where Bird just randomly like sings and dances to himself whenever he feels left out. Which honestly I would do the same. I just wanna be in the room where what the hell are you doing? Why does it look like this hat has a bow? Please tell me that has a bow. Oh my god. Also, look at Madison. History has its eyes on you. Act 2. It is done. This will save my reputation for sure. Yeah, I doubt that. Like, it's quiet uptown. If you had to choose, I once saw the animatic where of the election of 1800, where like Alexander was like trying to mourn the death of his son, for which, you know, makes sense. And like people kept like trying, and people were like stalking him like whenever he was in his house, doing his work, whenever he was at the park, whenever he was with Eliza, whenever he was at his own son's grave. And people were like, if you had to choose, until they eventually like chased him down to burn. It's like, are you kidding me? Just let the poor man grieve. Like, come on. You know, some people just want to watch the world burn. I happen to be part of that group. Same as Eliza, apparently. Shifty. Sneaky. Next day. Who filled my desk with mac and cheese? He makes a perfectly good mac and cheese, Jemmy. Get off of my desk. I'm trying to do work. Back to that fanfic about the Siren AU. So like Jefferson was like trying to like talk to Jemmy about like his feelings for Alex, since he was a siren, and you know, and he was like dramatically draped over her Madison's desk, and it's like, and Maddie's like, Jefferson, please, I'm trying to do my work, come on. There's another comic related to this one, but with Spur, and it's like, and I didn't want to do that one, but it basically ended the same way. with Spur on Madison's desk, and Madison being basically a therapist. He's like, poor baddie. I got some friends. Can they dance? What? Because if your friends don't dance, then they're no friends of mine. Why is Washington's hat have a bow? Has it always has a bow, or is it just this particular artist? I need to know. For some context, basically this person was asking the artist to like make Hickbert feel happy for once, because he's always depressed, and this is the result of that. Having a tea party. Here's a cup of tea for me, and here's a cup of tea for my friend Alexander, whom I shot. Look at Look at Burr! No! No! I don't understand, Lafayette. What's wrong with the way I dressed? Seriously, I'm a tailor. Just not a congruent. Whoa. Jefferson, what does he want? I need you. Holy crap. Somehow I feel like we're even now. This is what happens when Hannah. This is why I have to dress so differently. To avoid things like this. For some context, the person who, like, doing this ask kind of thing, said that, like, asked if the artist could draw Burr as, like Burr's personality, whenever he's drunk. Because apparently people have, like, a drunk personality or something. And as a result of that. Hey, Alexander, you probably hear this all the time, but you have to criticize. Don't you? Thanks? It's a shame you're stuck as Washington's aide. You could be so much more. Alright! Burr, I suggest you run. You know, Burr, I forgive you. Your actions were justifiable, and I needed a wake-up call. Look, I have a cool whole gaping hole in my chest. I can stick stuff in it. Alex, no. Fun fact, I used to have a journal just like that, when I was like 12. Actually, ironically, in 2016, now that I think about it, I used to have a journal just like that in like 2015, 2016. And also, ironically, my style was very, very similar to that, at the time. And my style didn't really change much over the years, except now I personally think it's a bit better. Less squares and circles. And more kind of organic shapes, I suppose. But my style was extremely similar to that, and I had a journal that was just like that around the same time as the date. And like I said, I used to like make some comics on paper when I was like 12. So like around 2015, 2016. So like that is scary. Of course at the time I didn't know anything about Hamilton. But still, like, that is scary on similarities. Oh my god. Hello, okay. Why is Angelica wearing yellow? Also me. I don't know which one is me, but it's me. Here. A charm if you ever want to remember us. What do you mean? I'm always gonna remember you guys, even when I get older. I can go back to visit you guys again, right? Don't sugarcoat it, John. I don't have an answer to that, Alex. Okay, apparently I did that one twice. Okay then. I recently finished reading a fanfic where it was like an Alice in Wonderland AU, but Thomas, the more recent Alice in Wonderland, similar to this one. But Thomas was Alice, and Madison was the Hatter, and yeah, it was very sweet and very sad, and but that reminds me exactly of this. And I don't know if that was on purpose or not. Are these the men with which I am to defend America? A large baguette, a gay boy, Herc, and then the short, angry ball of fire. Talk less, smile more. What? Just shut the heck up. Burr is a pile of salt, and I love it. Where does his mouth go? Also, look at my bean. Just look at him. Look at the bean. Just look at the bean. Okay, so some context again. Basically the person asked like what was Washington's reaction when he got Eliza's letter asking for Alexandra back. I'm going to be a grandfather. Hamilton better not die. Again, some context. First off, this is a toddler AU where Washing Dad, he's a dad, and the rest of them are all like toddlers, like around 2 to 4 years old. And this particular comic, it would be Washington's reaction when he finds out that toddler Lafayette and toddler Mulligan are kind of a thing, kinda. Can you really be a thing if they're both toddlers? I don't know. Papa! Hercules says he will marry me. Oh, that's nice. Wait. Look at his face! Look at his face! Also, I just noticed that he has a gap in his teeth. I can relate to that. Also, why does Soft look like a girl? I don't understand. By the way, they're all beans. They're all beans and I love them.